is Wednesday, my dudes.
Welcome to another episode of Wednesday Toast, a podcast about comic book stuff where we talk about all kinds of comic book related stuff. My name is Lex, also known as Wednesday Pool, and today we are talking about Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. If you tuned in today because you were looking for a controversial opinion on Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, then you know you're in the wrong place. Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is a series set in the same universe as Mutant Mayhem and serves as a bridge between the first movie and the second. The series follows our heroes as they navigate their lives, fitting in high school and then being heroes well known for saving New York City. A lot of the voice actors from the Mutant Mayhem movie, including the Turtles and April, they come back and reprise their roles for the series, which I was really excited about. I thought that was pretty cool. The series debuted on August 9th, 2024 on Paramount Plus, with all 12 episodes dropping on the same day. Tales of the TMNT was set 2 months after the Mutant Mayhem movie, and it's separated into two story arcs. The first story arc is the Turtles being separated, going up against Bishop and the Mechazoids. And the second arc is the Turtles going up against these aquatic mutants known as the East River 3. I really enjoyed both parts of that. Spoiler alert, that's it. That's the whole episode. No surprises here. I'll see you guys later. I'm kidding, but not really. This episode can't be that long because it's me talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Obviously, that I really loved this show. I follow a few different Ninja Turtle related accounts on social media, and I respect all of their opinions. I love their content. And I saw a few of them talking about how they wish the series focused more on the brothers hanging out together. And I get that. I do wish that we saw a little bit more of that, but I really appreciate how we had individual episodes with each brother. It makes total sense to me. In a movie like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or the universe in general, you have so many different characters. You have 4 main characters, not including Splinter or April. You have so many secondary characters, so many villains. And I would imagine that it's really difficult to flesh out these characters with the short amount of time that you have in 1 or 2 movies. So not only is this series a bridge between the 2 movies, but it also gives you a little bit more character development with each character. The animation style was also different than the first movie. Instead of the CGI route, they went for 2D animation, and I honestly can't tell you which one I like more. I really like both of them. Let me know which one you like more. Did you like the movie animation style, or did you like the series animation style? Usually when these kind of series hit streaming services, I slow drip them. I watch 1 or 2 episodes and then stretch it out as long as I can. I just so happened to be off on Friday that when this dropped. It was a coincidence, honestly. And so I watched the entire thing in one day, which I might regret. Not really. And then I rewatched the episodes in a slower pace with my son over the next week or so. I'm usually biased on things that are related to the Turtles, so I lean towards like my wife's reaction, my daughter, my son's reaction, or Simon's reaction to gauge. I'm at the higher scale of rating things, and they bring me back more to our normal stance, so I'm excited to hear what Simon has to say about that, or about the series. But my family enjoyed it, so maybe I'm not too far off. And I think all the reviews have been relatively positive. I haven't seen too many negative opinions about it, other than the people that say, like, the 1987 show is the definitive Turtles, nothing else matters, nothing else counts, which I think is so ridiculous. It's a weird thing to hold on to. I love the 1987 show for nostalgia's sake, but it's not that good. And I'm not saying it's bad. There are those first couple episodes where the animation is just so good. I think it's the first 6. Correct me if I'm wrong. Please let me know. I need to go back and research that. But I think it's the first 6 that had such good animation. And then it just went downhill. I wish that the people that do covet the 87 show so much would give this a chance. I know a lot of them didn't like the Mutant Mayhem movie, whether it be the animation style or just the teenagers being too teen. I don't know what their complaints are. because this show reminds me of the 1987 show, right? It's a little sillier, and I don't mean silly and zany and incoherent, but it's a lighter, a little sillier, but it has better animation overall than the old show did, and it has more of that connective tissue. The episodes, even though it's split into two arcs, the two arcs within themselves feel like a narrative. Those other episodes of the 1987 show, it was either monster of the week or just like random adventures that they would go on, not really a connective narrative. So they would get some of the vibe from the 1987 show, just maybe have an appreciation. I just always, and we've talked about it before on the show, I think it's weird to have this opinion about the turtles when one of the main appeals is the fact that it's reinvented for new generations so often. Not a lot of franchises can pull that off the way TMNT can. I won't sit here and say that it's my favorite series out of all the animated shows because 2012 is probably still my favorite one. I'm going to try not to let my recency bias take control, but technically, this isn't like a standalone series. It's connected to this overall cinematic franchise, right? Whereas 2012 was its own standalone thing. So maybe it's like 1A, 1B. We can do that. And so I'll let my recency bias creep in just a little bit. I think when Simon comes back, we will do a ranking of all of the animated shows. And we'll see. We'll get to hear his thoughts on Tales of the TMNT if he's finished it. And then we'll see where our rankings lie. I think we both like 2012 a lot. So I'm interested to hear what he thinks about this one. But I know that he really likes the 1987 animated show. He's not one of the people that think it's the end all be all, but I know he really enjoys it. Using this series as a world building tool, I think was genius. I think it was the perfect use of a new animated show. And I'm really excited to see if they do another season. I think they could do multiple seasons, right? I don't know if they would do it only in between movies. Like, I think you could probably squeeze out 2 seasons in between each movies. I know animation takes time. I'm not trying to discredit that at all. They also have the game coming out. I'm interested to see how that ties into all of it. I just think that this is a masterclass, and not a lot of franchises, whether it be MCU, CU, I don't think they can pull it off at this level. I just don't. I'm circling the drain. Again, you knew this wasn't going to be this long, drawn-out think piece. I still enjoy this version of the Turtles. I think this Donnie might be my favorite Donnie out of all of them. You know that's my favorite character. I really love the introduction of Bishop and the East River 3. The Turtles seem to have more skills when it comes to fighting, so I'm interested to see how they're going to go up against a Shredder. There's so many things that I'm looking forward to. Casey Jones being introduced, Shredder again, Praying and Dimension X. So many things, so many possibilities. I don't know where they're going to go, but I'm excited to be along for the ride. I want to know what you think. This is a shorter episode than usual. Soon, I think hopefully next week, we'll be back to our regularly scheduled episodes. So be on the lookout for that. Let me know what you think about Tales of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm looking forward to talking to you guys about it more, and we'll see you next week.